back to the Rhode Show this morning in the Buzz. Brought to you by the Comedy Connection. A new poll shows that half of us have at least one neighbor we wish would move away. People with young kids are twice as likely to say a neighbor has made them want to move. So, do you have a neighbor that you want to move away? Growing up as a kid, we had neighbors that were like, they weren't just neighbors, they became almost like your family.
Yeah.
You know, you grew up in the neighborhood, you knew everybody who was around you. But I think that's changed too. Like as you get older or as you move to different neighborhoods and as times change, there are neighbors who I don't know their name. Like I don't know who they are.
Yeah. Well,
at all.
I think you bring up a good point that times are a lot different, and in terms of, you know, staying home and playing outside in the yard,
Right.
and like no one has time.
No
one has any free time. You're barely ever home yourself.
Yeah.
So when are the moments that you're going to even run into these neighbors? I think it's nice. You know, I remember moving into our neighborhood and being welcomed by a couple neighbors here and there, or we'd go for a walk and introduce yourself. And then the winter hit. And then there were months where you're like, well, now I'm definitely not meeting these people, because when are we going to run into each other?
Right.
And then the spring came and you sprinkle in a couple more meetings. I used to write everyone's name on a marker board and write like a little description, like walks the tiny dog or whatever, you know, Fred.
Just so you remember the name.
Yeah, cleaning his car, or, you know, house on the corner,
Right.
because then it would give me something to remember these folks by. Because I think it's nice when you can have that community feel, and then almost, I don't want to be pessimistic in saying this, but like kind of like looking out for one another.
Well, of course.
Just in case anything comes up that you're like, that car is never
Right.
on our street, or you know, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Almost like a built-in neighborhood watch without it being like a strict neighborhood watch,
Right.
because then sometimes it goes too far.
Yeah.
Nosy neighbors, I don't really
Mrs.
care
Kravitz.
for. Yes.
Like Mrs. Kravitz. Look, we have a lot of neighbors who do. Everybody does kind of keep an eye out for everybody's house
Right.
too. There's a lot of people who have given keys to the house just in case they needed to get in, or an emergency. They could take care of it.
I think
So in
that's
that point, I'm lucky. But I've had neighbors in the past that I'm like, oh my God, you know, can they just move? Either the yard looks like it's a mess, it's a complete mess, or there was one who had a giant, like the Winnebago, that they parked right on the, like where the driveway was, and like right here, just so you knew where that, you know, I was just like, okay.
See, that's why I think it's nice. I could never live in a neighborhood where you open your window and you can essentially reach into the other person's house through their window.
No.
That's way too close proximity, because then you get moments. I mean, I'm someone, hey, I'll be honest with you. Sometimes I just roll out of bed and I'm in my pajamas and I walk to the mailbox and I'm all disheveled and I'm just like a total mess. But I think, this is my house, I don't really care.
Sure.
And the neighbors are driving, I'm like, hi, like wailing out the garbage. My hair is like half up like this, and I got my pajama pants on. I'm just doing my thing.
Yes, right?
Right, exactly. But sometimes then you lose that comfort level if people are all over you.
Yeah, no,
watching your remove.
Yeah, I don't want somebody like that close or on top of me. I need my space.
Yeah.
I need my space.
We need our space, Brendan.
Wide open spaces.
There are some really good neighbors out there.
There really are. So I got home this past Friday afternoon, and I noticed that there was a note on my front door. And now I'm thinking to myself, well, whomever put this here, how did they get past the gate?
Sure.
I don't know, but somehow they did, and across the moat, like you'd like to say, Michaela, at the Kirby Castle. But there was a note, and it's I have a new neighbor next door, and they were informing me that they were going to be putting up a fence and that the workers would be starting the next day, which I thought was nice.
That's
courteous.
nice. Very nice.
Let me know what's going on.
Sure.
So I appreciated that, and I texted the aforementioned neighbor, thank you very much.
Right.
And then I went on with my day, and then I got home the same night, later that evening, and there was another note on the door, and I thought, oh, well, you know, one was nice, but what is it now? And I look at this note, and it was from a different neighbor, and it said, I heard you respond to notes. No, it said, I live behind you. Unfortunately, a tree has fallen from our yard into your yard.
Oh,
so that wasn't as nice as the first note, but at the same time, at least they left a note.
Sure.
And we discussed it.
Right.
Did they clear said tree?
Tree's gone.
Hey!
How about that?
My other question is the fence that is going up, is that to keep you out?
I believe it is.
Okay, just checking.
That creepy TV guy, I don't want him looking at
Just checking.
It's a
what I'm doing.
12-foot privacy fence.
Little barbed wire at the top.
Don't worry, I'm going to
You
buy
could be Wilson.
Yes.
I'm going to buy a ladder so I can see what's going
That's
on.
right. Yeah, absolutely.
He's trimming the hedges again.
Yeah.
But I think if you have neighbors that actually are kind and courteous
That's
like
great.
this, and both notes were very friendly, and
Right.
they left their respective numbers
Sure.
and want to hang out. No, it's not
I just
like
don't
that.
remember anybody's name.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, very bad with
Gotta
that.
write them down as soon as you meet
I
them.
do, but then
like
I don't know
text
what.
someone.
Then
or
I
write-
do, like they walk away from me and I've already forgotten.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the problem.
Do you know what, Brendan? I get to a point in our old neighborhood, I knew all the dogs' names,
Yeah.
and I forgot their owners.
Yeah.
And then there
very good.
was a neighbor I had years ago, right? And every time he would see me, he would want to talk. And I like talking and getting to know the neighbors on a reasonable level, but you don't always have time to talk. So I
Sure.
would sit in my car and wait till he would go inside.
Or
Very
your
busy.
arms are full of groceries
Very
and they're
busy.
about to
Right.
fall off.
Right, that's right. Well, let's check in with our viewers out there, our social media neighbors, if you will, to see what they had to say about this topic right here this morning. Jackie's up first. Most of my neighbors have moved out and new families are coming in. They are pretty nice. I remember growing up near some strange neighbors, though. Yeah, I think we all have stories of strange neighbors. Dante recently got a new neighbor across the street from me. Were lovely people at first until they renovated their garage into a makeshift mechanic shop and would rev car engines at absurd hours. Kind of hope they move. Yeah, that's very inconsiderate. Don't be, revving up a piece of machinery, especially when people are trying to sleep. James says he has great neighbors in my building right now, but it wasn't always that way. There was a year that I had neighbors who I wished would move, which they did. Luckily, that worked out for you, James. And lastly, Tracy says, I once had a neighbor who would speed by my house. I tried everything. Asked nicely, called the police. I even embarrassed them in the market, but no, they would not slow down. So my friend with the snowplow decided to plow them in every snowstorm. They moved in the spring. I love that. Nice work, Tracy. That's rude. Shouldn't be speeding down the street. It's a community. Everyone lives there. Thanks for chiming in, everyone. Please keep those comments coming. Follow us at The Road Show on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Leave your thoughts on our daily live Facebook Buzz topic. We go live every morning around 7:45, and you never know, we might read yours right here on the show. And still to come this morning on The Road Show, another full water fire lightings coming up this weekend. And up next, we'll have all the details on the fun.
And